Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the World Series here in the New Orleans Kings franchise on MLB The Show 20. And this year has been special. I think it's been a perfect storm of everything that's happened. You just got to think about it. We traded for Moncada. We didn't truly need him, but it was just that move to put us over the top. We also had a resurgence in Pablo Lopez, finally healthy for the playoffs. And then, how about some guys like Musgrove, who really they weren't supposed to be as good as what they were. But Musgrove was the best pitcher in baseball this season. Obviously not having the postseason that he would want, but a great pitcher and a great addition in the offseason. Now, coming off of the ALCS, you can see the energy of all our pitchers. Joe Musgrove has not recovered. This is a 4 to 5 day break here, and we're still not recovered. So in game one, a surprise start goes to Teddy Polititis, not having a great postseason at all. Matter of fact, maybe even having a bad one. But Walker Buehler, I just look at his postseason and he's just as bad. I mean, he's been struggling and he is 99 overall. 174 whip, 12 strikeouts, 7 walks. I mean, look, this could be a good matchup for Polititis the way Buehler is struggling. So let's get to the action. Here is this Dodgers lineup up, and this is going to be a tough 7 games if we go 7. I mean, this is a very, very good lineup, very good organization. They have built quite the juggernaut. 99 wins in the regular season as we get 2 quick outs, as that brings up probably the best hitter in this game besides Mike Trout, Cody Bellinger, up to the plate. 419 in the playoffs, and he is going to watch one on the outside part, and that is ball 4. That brings up Marcell Ozuna, who's signing with them in the offseason. He hits one hard to the right side. That one gets past Scooter at second and moves Bellinger over to second, and the runner is safe at first. As that brings up Corey Seager hitting in the 5 holes. Got to be nice to have such a good hitter there. And he hits one deep to left field, but it looks like it's just going to be a pop fly, and Raimel Tapia gets the start in left today. He camps under that one. So let's see if what our lineup can do versus Walker Buehler. Justin Thompson is going to lead us off. He's been leading us off pretty well here in the playoffs as he hits the first pitch to center field, and that is the first out. As now that brings up Moncada, who, remember, in the ALCS went nuts. I mean, just absolutely nuts. He gets a high pitch, and that is a fly ball. Very, very close to crushing that one out. 2 outs. Bellinger camps under that one. As that brings up Carlos Santana hitting in the 3 hole now, and he just went berserk also in the ALCS. On a 1-2 count, he pops one up. And that is a 1-2-3 inning here for your Kings. And let's see if our pitching can come through in this one. Teddy Polititis, the young kid, his second year in the majors. He gives one up here, and it's deep to left field. It's got some carry at the wall, and Tapia can't get there. It's gone. Will Smith hitting in the 9 hole, and he goes deep. Only 360 feet. That barely made it over the wall. I think that's a 360-foot wall, and it barely made it over. And now it's 1-0 as that brings up the top of the lineup here. Starling Marte, and he goes deep to left center. That one's over the head of Justin Thompson. It's a ground rule double, and Polititis in a little bit of trouble. That brings up the next hitter, strike 3. All right, Polititis gets 1 out, but we have bigger problems. That brings up Cody Bellinger, the best hitter maybe on both teams. He hits one hard to second base, and that one is an easy ground out. Moves the runner over to third, though. That brings up Marcell Ozuna, 2 outs, and he hits one to right field. Jake Cave is under that one, and we come through that inning, and they get 1 out. I should say 1 run. Here is Walker Buehler back on the mound facing Scooter Gennett, and he swings and misses. We have yet to get a hit here as we start the 3rd inning. That is 1 out here, as that is run down by the left fielder. Here is Jeremy Pena up to the plate. He's only hitting 162 in the playoffs, but he's actually had a couple of games where he's hit pretty well. And that's just going to be a ground ball to second base. Mainly, Jeremy Pena is so good on defense that I can't sit him. He is a very good shortstop. As here is Justin Thompson up to the plate with 2 outs. Ground ball, Seager to first, and that is out, scooped up by Will Smith at first base. On to the 4th inning. Here is Seager back at the plate, and he goes to opposite field. That one is away from the shift, and that one is a hit here. And Raimel Tapia comes up throwing to second. Guy on first, no outs. That brings up David Peralta, the left fielder. And on a 2-2 count, he goes up the middle, and that one sneaks through. So now they got guys on first and second with no outs. Let's see if Polititis can pitch his way out of this one. That brings up the catcher Ruiz to the plate, and he gets a pitch. Right up the middle, it's fielded. Polititis to second to first, and a double play. So we have a chance to get out of this inning with no runs, no damage done, as that brings up Cody Hosey. Remember at Tulane, he was a great home run hitter. And on a 1-1 count, fly ball. And we get out of this inning, no damage done. Thompson's under that one in center. And now we move on to the bottom of the fourth inning, as that brings up the middle of our lineup. We have still yet to get a hit. Here's Moncada at the plate, and he gets walked. Ball 4, okay. Runner on first base. We need to manufacture some runs somehow, as that brings up Carlos Santana, the guy you want up here in any situation, to be honest. And he gets a hanger, and he just absolutely gets fooled on that one. Right over the middle of the plate, knuckle curve. That's Walker Buehler's second strikeout of the game. That brings up Jake Cave to the plate. 1-2 count, low pitch. It's just a slow roller to first and flipped in and out. So guy on second base here with 2 outs. Michael Brantley with a chance to tie this game up with a base hit possibly. 3-2 count. And it's just going to be a ground ball. So we have yet to get a hit here in this game so far. And we're on to the 5th inning. So that brings up Will Smith, who already went deep in this one. Polititis on his 60th pitch. Hits one to the right side. Will Smith starts it out. 2 for 2 in this game for him. And now man on first base, no out. That brings up Starling Marte to the plate, 1 for 2 to lead off the inning, and he hits one to the right side, and it's going to be knocked down. Nice play by Carlos Santana at first base. Comes up with the force out at first. So now the top of their lineup, you know they got hitters. Ground ball to left side, and it gets through. And that one will get to Tapia, and he kind of just jogs to the ball. No sense of urgency. He goes home with it, and he can't get anything on that throw. And that one will be a RBI single, as that brings up right in the middle of their lineup Cody Bellinger. Hitting in the 3-hole, but we do get him to swing at a pitch in the dirt. That was a good changeup by Teddy Polititis. He's given up 8 hits so far, as that brings up Marcell Ozuna. Hard ground ball, knocked down by Pena. And it looks like he just lost track of the ball. So that one is ruled a base hit. So this inning continues here. Here's Corey Seager at the plate, 1 for 2, 3-2 count, 2 outs, and it's a strike 3. We get out of that inning, but now we're down 2-0. As that brings up Ramel Tapia hitting in the 6th hole. He goes the opposite field, and he gets the first hit of the game for the Kings. Hopefully that will start a little rally here. Down by 2 runs. It's still a winnable game. That brings up Corey Lee, and he goes to opposite field. A little late on that swing, Corey Lee pops out. He had a rough regular season. He kind of brought it around here in the ALCS. Let's see if he can continue some of his good hitting in the World Series. Here's Scooter, but just a fly ball to Peralta in left field. And now 2 outs. Let's see what the bottom of our lineup can do here, as that brings up Jeremy Pena. If he can just get on base, the top of our lineup is waiting on deck. Low pitch. He hits one to left field, and just a fly ball. This offense is getting shut down by Walker Buehler so far. So now we move on to the 6th inning. Here is Justin Thompson, and he draws the walk. That's what a leadoff batter is supposed to do, get on base by any means necessary. That brings up Moncada to the plate. 0 for 1 so far, as we are running on the pitch. And ball 4 low. Okay, man on first and second here in the 3-hole. Carlos Santana, probably the hottest hitter on our team besides Moncada. 1-2 count, and he hits one hard to right center. That one smoked. That's going to score 1. Moncada's rounded second, headed to third. That's a stand-up single. Stand-up single. That's hilarious. We make it to third base. Guys on the corners here, no outs. So Jake Cave comes to the plate. He gets one on the inside part, and it's just a fly ball to right field, and diving is Bellinger. And we tag, and that dive actually, he maybe could have just let that one drop foul, and it could have actually ended up not even being an out there, and maybe the runner wouldn't have scored. So 2-2 here as Brantley comes up, and he strokes one to right field, and it looks like it's going to stay in the yard. And now 2-2 here, 2 outs, and Ramil Tapia, who had the first hit of the game for the Kings, up to the plate with 2 outs, and he hits one hard to right field, and it gets down. Bellinger kind of lollygags to that one, and it drops right in front of him. So this inning continues. Can Corey Lee give us the lead here? A base hit will probably score the runner from second base. 3-2 count, and that's a walk. Bases loaded, and look who's up. Mr. Clutch, hitting in the 8-hole. Scooter Gennett, 0 for 2 in this game. 1-2 count, though, and he swings that one too far inside, and it is popped behind the plate. 3 outs here in the 6th. Buehler, I'm surprised they kept him in. He was well into his 100th pitch of the game. So now that moves us into the top of the 7th inning, and Polititis is still on the mound, and that one is his 100th pitch of the game. We got to be thinking about pulling him, and we do after giving up that hit. Ryan Stanek out of the bullpen, who's pitched pretty well here in the playoffs. So now with a man on first base, 1 out, and that's going to be a dribbler down the first baseline, and Stanek throws on the run, and it does get the runner, but moves over Marte to second as that brings up Bellinger, and he is just looking. He gets fooled on the outside slider. Stanek coming in, doing his thing. So now we move on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's Jeremy Pena leading us off, ground ball to third, and thrown to first, but Will Smith at first cannot handle it. That is going to be an E3. So now Jeremy Pena starts us out on first base. We're going to bunt him over. Here's Will Smith throwing to first again, and another error by Will Smith. Back-to-back blunders by the Dodgers first baseman, and now here's our 2-hitter, Yoan Moncada to the plate. Man on first and second. Ground ball gets through the infield to the right side. Bellinger comes up throwing. Bases loaded. No outs. That brings up Carlos Santana to the plate now. Bases loaded. He's got to come through here. 1 for 3 in the game. He hits one hard to the right side. This time Will Smith has it and goes to second base. It's a double play, but why wouldn't he go home on that? That would have been an easy double play going home. That brings up Cave, who swings and misses. How about the play defensively by Will Smith? 2 errors and that blunder of a double play. He should have went home with that. It would have still been 2-2. So we move on to the 8th inning now. Ramil Tapia at the plate, and he starts us out with 1 out, and he gets a hit to the left side. So now let's see if we can add some insurance before moving on to the 9th inning. That brings up Corey Lee to the plate now, 2-1 count, and he hits one hard down the left field line. That one gets to the wall. Let's see if we send the runner rounding third. He will. 69 speed, and Corey Seager doesn't go home with it. It's another run, 4-2 for your Kings. And now let's see if we can add some more insurance. That brings up Scooter, who hits one to center field. It's just the fly ball, though. And that one will be the 2nd out of the inning, as that brings up Jeremy Pena hitting in the 9-hole, 0 for 3 in this game. Can he come through? 1-2 count, ground ball. It gets through the middle. That one will score the runner from second, and the throw is cut off. 5-2. What a end of this game. The later half, the 6th inning and beyond. I mean, this has been incredible. How about the Kings coming back in the clutch? Justin Thompson, and that is going to be caught and thrown to second. And now we move on to the top of the 9th. We're going to leave Stanek in. Here's Cody Hosey at the plate, and he's swinging and missing. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. He can't keep up. 1 out. Will Smith 2 for 3 and some high heat. That's a 2nd out of the inning, as that brings up Starling Marte. 2 for 4 and a liner to third gives us a Game 1 win. What a comeback here in this game. I thought the Dodgers were going to shut us out this game because I got to admit, Walker Buehler was pretty much untouchable for 5 innings. And then all of a sudden, his pitch count started to get up there, and we took advantage of his fatigue. He started to walk guys and lead pitches right over the middle, and we started to hit the ball well. And we come away with the Game 1 victory here in the World Series. And I love this squad, man. We're so clutch. We come back in any situation. They even out hit us 11-8, and we end up winning by 3 runs. The situational hitting in the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning, that's got to be great. That's going to be the story of this team if we win this World Series, just the situational hitting of this offense. So we're up 1-0. We do have one more game before going to LA, so we will have to see how we'll do. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though, yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though, no. Hey, it don't even matter.